In this episode of Rob Christie Hike Across America, we continue with our mission, try to find something worth doing in every state. This week, we're in Sequoia National Park, and we'll be checking out Tunnel Rock, Hospital Rock, as well as the largest tree in the world. Now you can enter Sequoia National Park one of two ways, either through Kings Canyon or through the Sequoia Park entrance. Now both places are national parks, so your American the Beautiful Pass will work. Otherwise, it's $35 per car, but that will get you into both parks. So we're at Sequoia National Forest. This is actually our second park of the day. We're gonna be doing this, General Sherman, hopefully Morro Rock, driving through the tunnel tree, and maybe something else. So just a forest pull over here is when you first get into Sequoia National Forest. Very similar to the one that's at Kings Canyon when you first come in. Got a couple cool big trees right off the bat, and a restroom, and just a little parking spot. But that tree back there, that one's really thick. Can't get back to it. But that still ain't the biggest thing we've seen yet today. Now our next stop took us to the General Sherman tree, which just so happens to be the largest tree in the world, located about a half mile off the General Highway. So we're at the General Sherman tree, which is one of the largest trees in the world. Now the General Sherman Trail was very similar to the one we did in Kings Canyon earlier today, which was the General Giant Trail, but you can catch that in the link above, and that happens to be the second largest tree in the world. Now just a reminder before you head out to the park, that pets aren't allowed in Sequoia or Kings Canyon National Park on any other trails. You can, however, have them in the campground, but they do have to be on a leash. Now even though Sequoia and Kings Canyon were very similar to each other, there was one thing that stood out, and that was Sequoia National Park seemed to be the more popular of the two. It was a lot more crowded and harder to find a parking spot. But granted, it did have the largest tree in the world there. Now the General Sherman Trail is wheelchair accessible, and they have a parking lot down at the bottom that is handicap accessible for easier access to the tree. Saves you the trouble of going up and down the hill in your chair. So we got another log tunnel here. We're going to be going through here at Sequoia National Park.
No.
Just a log. Now there is one thing I really did like about Yosemite, Kings Canyon, and Sequoia National Parks, and that's that they each had their own tunnel tree log, unique from one another. So there it is, Largest tree in the world, General Sherman. And of course it's crowded, as most places are. See how big it is compared to those people there. I don't know, you in a rush? Now, if you're interested in seeing the oldest tree in the world, which is in Sky Lake in Mississippi, just click on the link above. Now up next was the Giant Forest Scenic Drive on the General's Highway, which is where you can find the Trail of 100 Giants. Just had a quick stop on the side of the road in the giant forest. And this is just giant trees everywhere. Now, we did have one big disappointment here in Sequoia National Park, and that the road to Moa Rock and the tree that you could drive through was still shut down for winter scheduling. However, you could park and walk in, but the parking lot was packed, so we just continued on to our next stop, which was Hospital Rock. So we're at our next stop here in Sequoia National Forest. This is the Hospital Rock. Now, it's Moa Rock in the distance, which is a lot like Angel's Landing in Zion National Park, just without the all-day hike. See the hydroglyphs in the back. You got it?
Oh my God, that's so bad. No idea.
You can actually see right down through the other side.
It's the dam. Oh.
This is the backside of that little tunnel.
I'm no under. There he is.
What's that?
No wonder I dare you.
So Christy dared me to crawl under this giant boulder. What's going on down there? Oh, that's cool. This is cool. Right there. That was cool. The giant boulder that you're gonna walk underneath is just balancing on these rocks. There's like 2 of them. That's cool. Yeah, it's really cool. It's even better. Over there. Inside these rock tunnel here. Really awesome. Actually has some stairs that goes down too. Kind of looks more like a party area there, all the trash. Definitely a cool place to hang out. Pretty cool little stop. This was Hospital Rock in Sequoia National Forest. Now our last stop took us to Tunnel Rock, which is just down the road from the visitor center if you come in from the south side of the park. This is actually our last stop here, and this is the Tunnel Rock, which looks like the road actually used to go through here, but they locked it up. Like I say, it's not a good park unless you got a tunnel to drive through. And that'd be it. So I'm gonna hike to the top of this rock real quick. Excuse me. Just give you some stairs. That's a good shot there. Hey. Top of the rock bridge there. It's really steep. Make sure you can go down the other side. You guys had stairs on both sides. And go back through the tunnel. So that was Sequoia National Park again. So pretty cool. Well, I thought there were stairs here. In the next episode of Rob Christie Hike Across America, we head to the Mojave Desert, where we go to Red Rock Canyon State Park and Tirana Pinnacles. So if you found yourself liking this video and you want to see more, please like, share, subscribe. Plenty on the channel, more on the way. Until next time, keep on hiking.